All right, we're going to go ahead and set the timing on this thing. I already set the points at 14 thousandths, but timing wise, let me show you this here. We're going to bring it up to the compression stroke on the fire mark or F mark down on the flywheel here. You see that? You got a little pointer. You'll have a TDC mark and a fire mark, which is there's a little pointer right here. So you want that in the center there. And all we're going to do from here, we've already set the points on it, so we don't need to do that. I did have a problem with the screws. Actually, the old points were missing. Now I don't know what happened to them. They were actually missing. I don't think these were the right points that were in here, because this end here, which goes over here, didn't actually reach the screw that's over here. So we got our new points in, set those. So we're at the fire mark here. I don't have the wire hooked up here because I don't need it yet. So all I've done is put hook my multimeter up between the lead on the points here, which is the breaker going in, this wire right here, and the other meter lead going to ground there. So let's turn our meter on, and I've just got it on diode function because it's easier to do this if you actually hear it instead of trying to watch the meter while you're doing it. You'll hear it break. You'll have a little mark over here on the housing and one on the points plate, so that they'll kind of be close right there, or should be. Let me demonstrate this. I've already actually set these. So got your meter on. We're just going to loosen that up and verify that we're still on the fire mark down here. Okay, that's the fire mark. So if you rotate the points, you want them to just go off, like right here. It's kind of touchy. So you want them to just go off, like right there. And then we're going to lock that down. And then if we take our points cam here and rotate it slightly. So if you rotate your points cam just slightly, you'll be able to tell that the points are just starting to open at this point. And then to verify this, once you get it running, you'll use your timing light down on the case here. Yeah, we're not at that point yet. You'll verify down on the timing mark here on the case with your dynamic timing light to be able to make sure that you're right on there. So again, we're just going to just ever so slightly move the points cam and it should go off. And that's about it. Now I'll just have to put the wire back on here, which to make it easier, I'm just going to slot this wire where it goes in there, so I don't actually have to take this spring back off, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the spring in there with while you're doing this. So I'm just going to cut this into this so it'll actually slide over the stud there. Just makes it easier to do. And then we know our timing's dead on. We're close enough for right now, at least close enough for it to run. And we'll move along. I'm going to go ahead and get tires and tubes for this thing. I put air in it 2 days ago because it was low. But you know, I don't know how old those tubes are. They're probably original from 1973, maybe. And rear one's holding up. Front one, 2 days that way, it was completely flat again. So I think the boy said he just wants to go ahead and buy tires and tubes. I told him go ahead and order them, whichever ones you want. Can't believe it's like over 70 degrees out here today. It was nice out yesterday too, but it's getting ready to be cold again. Doesn't last long. Okay, that should be enough to get that on there, hopefully. That's a lot easier slotting that eyelet than it is trying to take the spring back off and without stuff flying everywhere. Verify we got some spark out of here with our new plug cap. Now, when you do this with the meter on here, you can also do it with the test light as well on a 12-volt system. This is a 6-volt, so it doesn't quite work as well as using the 12-volt. Or you can do it with setting voltage, but it's a little bit easier doing it with resistance test. Let me make sure my battery's still up here. Yeah, it's about the same, 5.9 volts, or just under 6. So it should be close enough to fire it anyway. The battery, I'm kind of surprised the battery actually came up. That it had, you know, had 2 volts in it with absolutely no electrolytes in it. And all I did was put distilled water in it, charged it, and it shot right back up to 6 volts. So, let me see if I got these sparkies over here. Shit, I can't see if I got one or not.